What is going on, Guardians? It is Ebontis here. Going to be doing a solo run-through of the Nightfall, this time with my Titan. We are in the Abomination Heist, but it seems to be mostly the Hive version. This one's kind of a bit tricky. Got Berserk, so those minions will not flinch, especially those knights that charge at you. Definitely got to be aware they're not going to start charging. Small arms is definitely a nice one, working in our favor for a change, so definitely get a good solid primary. Explosive rounds are working pretty well. Chaff, of course, no radar, so keep your head on a swivel, be aware of what's around you, and fresh troops, of course, might have a few more majors involved and things like that. For my build, going on the defense and survivability sake for my Titan, so I'm going to be going Defender. No real void bonus or anything taken away, so I may as well have a shield if I need it. Magnetic grenade, pretty standard, but the shield honestly is going to be a good one. You can survive a couple of the shriekers that do spawn up in the last room. Get that ward of dawn if you need it, and of course, just go pretty much full battle recovery and toughness. I'm going relentless so I can get a better shield if I do manage to get any thralls or anything up close. I can punch him, get a decent sized shield. And then of course untouchable, just give my ward of dawn up more frequently. You've got the option of illuminated to have a stronger blessing of light when you need it, but I'd rather use that one just to kind of hopefully sit in it and survive. And go with untouchable so I can get it more often. Now one thing you might want to do is not go with armamentarium. Come over here, get something with a... Actually, scout rifle is not going to be a terrible idea, honestly. Come over here and go Saint 14. Honestly, this is going to be a pretty nice benefit, just because you get the added bonus of anything walking in your bubble is going to be blinded, cursed are all included, so that way hopefully you won't get exploded. So, might actually try that one out and see how it goes, and hey, scout rifle I'm going to be using primary anyway. As for my scout rifle, it's the one from last week, Angel's Advocate. It's pretty much like a Fate Bringer, but in scout rifle status. So the nice thing about it is you've got Firefly, you've got explosive rounds, so you've got lots of extra bonus damage, and you've got Outlaw. Going to be getting plenty of precision kills with the scout rifle, so you're going to get that fast reload speed. Firefly on top of that is not going to hurt anything either. So pretty good across the board there. Explosive rounds. When you have primary, or basically small arms or specialist, I'm sorry, explosive rounds are going to give you that bonus damage as well. So explosive rounds, if you got anything with it, it's going to be a nice bonus for your primary. Other than that, a basic sniper, Galahorn for some bonus damage when you need it. Maybe, you know, throw some rockets into Fogoth at the end. We'll see how it goes. But let's jump in and get rolling. Here we go. Alright guys, as soon as you get in here, just go ahead and jump on that Sparrow. Get my nice little iron Galahorn here. Always does look fancier than pretty much anything else. You might have a few acolytes here. And you can basically dodge, drive through them, and then what you can do is ride your Sparrow, just kind of get up close to it, give it a little boost to get up over the wall, and then you can keep driving down here. So, you don't have to fight those guys, save yourself a little time, come on down here, and when you get to the bottom, then you can jump off and start the fun. So down here we got respawn zone restricted, of course. You can take out those captains, that's going to help you out a little bit. Look for any of the vandals that are around. They should go down pretty quickly. Primary arms does take care of all of the stuff pretty fast. You're going to have some stragglers, of course, some acolytes around and things like that. The big one right now to worry about is going to be this wizard back here. Just watch out for it. Again, if you can throw a grenade on it to get that nice attached damage, it's kind of a nice thing to do if you can make it happen. Should be able to at least drop the shield that way and then keep putting some damage into the wizard. Now it is probably going to try and hide from you, so the quicker you can keep attacking it, get that, stop that shield from coming back if possible is going to be an important thing to do. As long as I don't get roasted right here. And you can die in this section technically and come back because I think the respawn starts a little later. I could be wrong though, but one way or the other, actually I think I'm wrong. They may have changed that honestly. I think you used to be able to do that, but you can't anymore. So float on over that, we'll skate down here, and we'll get to the next door. Now, as this is the Hive version and not the Siva, there's no minigun back here, so if you really need to retreat, you can run back in there if you need to. Just keep that in mind.
They close this gate every time.
Every single time. Yep. So, come back over here, and now again, you do want to watch out for those, especially if you are going to be firing a rocket at any point. I would just go ahead and be careful about that. I'm going to pop a heavy synth probably at some point in case some drops, but mostly what you're going to be going for is watching out for those wizards, trying to take them out pretty quickly. I will probably get ready to try and use something over here if I can, and just be careful with all these first throw we've got over here. Those are going to be pretty explosive and painful. And again, if you need to retreat to work on those wizards, okay thing to honestly do so. It's just going to be a safer way to take them out. They're pretty painful, honestly. They take a pretty good amount of shots. And these guys are all sorts of in my face. Barely surviving on by the skin of my teeth here. And again, he's there. Watch out for those first thrall. I'm going to pop that heavy synth just so I can take out these wizards. They are the biggest pain in this section here, so go ahead and enjoy the fun that you can get out of those. Now, if you can manage to stagger one a little bit, you know, take the shield down, then just kind of blow them away with your primary. Your primary is going to do a lot of damage, so nice way to save that ammo. Maybe use one rocket and drop him that way. And again, we got one more wizard here. Barely survived that one. Thank you, Bubble. I literally thought I was dead for a second there, but I'll take it. So, gonna have some knights coming out as well over here, so just be careful about that. Again, just working with my bubble at this point. Only problem is that thing's there. See what you can do with some grenades back there. See if you get some attached. Now, at this point, you're gonna have a lot of knights and acolytes, and eventually you're gonna have some major knights that come out kind of in a half of a later phase, is what I would call it, basically. They don't seem to ever come out in the beginning. They come out after you kill about half the knights and stuff like that. So they come out a little later. But again, explosive rounds, working well. You can see some of those major acolytes in the back. And there's plenty of stuff to kill, so your super is going to come up fairly quickly. So don't be shy about using it. It never hurts to survive as opposed to having to redo something. It's always annoying having to make another run when you're already halfway through something, especially when it comes to Nightfall like this. Titan should definitely help having that shield, so that will be a nice bonus to have. And look for those last couple acolytes. As they are running away, just be careful about getting too far up, because there can always be a few extra guys that do jump down. I've always had a few extra come at me from above. When I think I'm completely done, I'm not quite done. Because again, chaff, just like that dude right there. Thank you for proving my point. Really, guy? Now at this point, you're going to have the major wizard that comes out. He's named. And then you're also going to have a few ogres that come out. The wizard should be first, so if you want to bring out your rockets, just get those reloaded and ready. Mostly what you're going to have, yep. So it is right here. If you want to just take it out quickly, you don't even have to worry about the wizard. Pretty fast, straight away there. Then you can deal with the two ogres. They go down pretty quick. They're honestly just regular ogres, so they shouldn't be that big of a deal. Primary does some good work to them. You can just keep working them down. They're really not too bad. You can even stagger them a little bit if you fire fast enough. This Angel's Acolyte is actually turning out to be a really great gun. And it should be honestly just those three. There's not too much else out here waiting for you. Pick up any ammo and we'll get ready to go. About 5 minutes on that section is reasonable. I mean, there's only so much you can do. You can go watch the doors, do it a little faster if you like, but you know, if you want to play it safe, you can play it back, of course. This next room, you're going to have a little Siva actually in here fighting the hive in the back, so look for the captain down below. This one right here, of course, actually. You can drop him down. The rest of the Siva are not nearly as bad. You can get a grenade down there, take a couple of those out. And again, you're going to have an ogre there who's going to be actually working some of these big guys down for you, which helps with the captain to kind of keep the shield down. So ogre's going to help a little bit. See if you got all the guys down, pick up any ammo that's around, and try not to get stuck on one of those. See if you got any more acolytes that are just sitting out there, and then just work the ogre down. If you can cover him from an angle, it may help a little bit so you don't take all that direct damage. And there we go. Alrighty. Moving on around the corner. We're going to head on down to the next room. This one's honestly not too bad. You just got to watch to your left. Mostly, this is the only time that Berserk really comes into play, outside of one other Sword Knight. But you've actually got pretty much a Sword Knight that's going to be on your left that you really won't see, thanks to Chaff, of course. He's going to be over here on the left. He won't come up for a little while, but once you start killing enough enemies, they will definitely put him in the game. So take out a few of these guys down below if you can. Of course, watch for the wizards. And then, again, over there is that knight. He's potentially going to be hanging over there. Also one wizard. But once you take enough of them down, here he comes. This is the dude I'm talking about right here. This is also a good thing why his scout rifle seems to work a little better. I have enough shots to take him out, and when I was trying to run Fatebringer, I was like one shot short, which kept being really annoying. Now, it does seem that explosive rounds are pretty effective at taking out those Hive Knight shields. They do tend to like knock them down, so if you blow through a little extra ammo, you can actually get through a few of them. Around here should be that wizard waiting for you. Nice grenade should do some work on it. And then if you jump down across the way, you'll have a few more guys that come out. Watch the boomer shots, of course. Those do still sting. But again, if you jump down, you'll pull a few more of the enemies that are on the ground level. Some of these Curse Thrall and things like that are going to slowly wander your way. Now again, I try and take the left side over here if possible. If I could jump, it'd be great. Going to have a knight over here, sitting on the stairs. Should go down fairly quickly, and up at the top you're going to have about 3 or 4 acolytes up here waiting for you. Wait for those. They're going to peek out. Nice thing about explosive rounds on the scout rifle. Now, once you walk up here, you're going to have a lot of thrall coming. Now, explosive Firefly does wonders with that grouping. You're going to have a few extra guys. Wait for those. See if you got any stragglers.
We're going to have to find another way.
And then out here, you're going to have the rest of the enemies basically in your path. Start with the wizards. Honestly, they're going to be the quickest ones that you want to take out. A couple of the knights as well. As you can see, the knight's shields actually do fall down and keep shooting with explosive rounds. I hadn't noticed that before, and this is just a standard gun, so I'm not really doing damage to it. It just seems like they're kind of going away. So, well, that's one way to test that theory. Yeah, watch out for the cursed thrall when you get up here. I thought I had them all, but of course, listen for those audio cues because you could always be just a little short of catching one of them. Shoot him in the back. See if there's any ammo around as well. Of course, primary, your big winner. Now, coming up, you're going to have a couple wizards when you basically board the ship. You can do that one of 2 ways. If you've got enough rocket ammo, you can always do it that way. If you don't have rocket ammo, you could go golden gun if you're a hunter, which is what I used on my other one. If you want to go primary, you can if you just strafe a little bit. What's up, Johnny Ringo? How's it going? So I'm going to go basically try and take these guys out as quick as possible and then turn, watch them both, just keep strafing a little bit so they don't continue to fire at you. As long as you drop their shield, they're really not too bad. So there you go. And then get ready to jump on the ship right over here and we'll get ready for the boss room. 10 minutes in, not too shabby. Just do a little dance. Get my head clean taken off. Bumped off just a little bit there. Now what I would do is try and get up here to the front of the ship as close as you can. You're going to have some enemies that come out over on the left. Over here, so what I might try and do is, what you really want to do is get as far back into this back room as you can. Titans have an advantage, you can basically float over all of it, so be careful about that, but if you want a few extra points, you can kill a few enemies that are out here, especially this knight. You're going to have a cursed thrall and a few other things over here, so just be careful, and hey, what do you know, some ammo as well. So, 20 minutes, here we go. Doing pretty good, Johnny Ringo. Just working on another Nightfall on this one. Loving the scout rifle I've got for these so far, it's treating me really well, this one from last week. So when you come in, you've got a couple Hallowed Knights that are going to be in. You can kill those from here, so you don't have to run out and deal with the insanity quite yet. So pick those guys off. These 2 Hallowed Knights, they're kind of a pain. One there and then one up here on the bridge. Pretty much don't step on that bottom platform until you're pretty much ready to wake up Fogoth. When you are ready, it's fine, but don't step to that lower platform unless you just want to release him. Now, the other option is you can shoot him and get some damage in him before you actually release him, which is nice. Now, some of these thrall will be around, so you can get a kind of a clean sweep if you want. Apparently that worked. Primary master indeed. So, at this point, see if you got any. You're going to have a few more knights on the other side. Normally, those are regular knights throughout the run, but there's 1 or 2 times they are majors, so just be careful about that. And here we go. Alright, so check your ammo. Now, do remember that ammo boxes will give you... they will give you all ammo, at least they'll give you primary ammo, not heavy, but they will refill your primary. So what I want to do right now is, because getting these shots right now is a little hard to do later on, try and put some sniper shots into his crit spot here on his chest. I know it's going to release him pretty soon, but it's at least a decent use of sniper ammo for now, because later on I'll just be going mostly ham with primary. And again, not that effective right now, because unfortunately this thing should be hitting harder, but it's getting about 3/4 damage. And man, I cannot crit him to save my life. There. Now at this point, maybe throw a grenade out there and just start going ham on his chest. As soon as he pops out, he is going to start firing at you, so that's not going to take long. And then come over here, you know, save my ammo box for a little while, might pick up some ammo, and then see what's happening. Now again, this fight you kind of can control as well, as I've mentioned before. You can kind of go sit up in that corner up if you want to. It's like way up in the corner if you go up to the upper top. You can sit up there and pretty much just go nuts, try and watch out for the knights and avoid everything, but we're going to try and do this a little more legit today, because I was up on the upper deck. I wasn't hiding in the corner the whole time, but I did use the upper deck strategy at least. And again, what you're waiting for is mostly an audio cue to know that the thrall are going to be coming out. You can get a grenade on him. It never hurts anything, of course. Grenades still do some good damage. And again, you're trying to get that crit spot underneath his chin, actually. That's where you're going to get the good amount of damage on him. Now, this is what you're waiting for, is those thrall to come out. So as I was saying, and that's also why I've got my build on, so I can have that get off. Ow! Well, that overshield just saved my butt. It was nice to get some ammo out of that. Now, next thing that comes out is going to be some knights. So again, it's just kind of a game of balancing, not dying. Whew, that was way too close. And again, making some orbs and strikes and stuff like that can't hurt. And a good time to get some damage on the boss. I've already got the thralls down, so it could be a minute. Alright, so I can hear basically what sounds like a hive ship. Or this one's actually going to be the Shrieker. So what I want to do is actually try and take the Shrieker out as quick as I can while I have a bubble up. See if I can get those shots to basically go out and waste themselves. And that's one of the reasons I'm going bubble. So as long as my bubble lasts long enough. Ah, poor timing there, unfortunately. Still got 16 minutes. I'll go back and do that again. Pretty much you want a full bubble when you kill that Shrieker. So popping that there was unfortunate because I really didn't want to do that, but that's alright. So now again, when you come in here, you're going to have these thrall to take care of. Again, don't jump to that lower platform until you're pretty much ready to deal with Fogoth. You step back a little bit, most of the guys who come at you should go down pretty quickly. I really knocked him down. Damn. Again, just work on taking out the knights. Well, you guys can see it's not always a perfect run. But that knight over there is going to be on the ground, so I got to go find him at some point. I don't know where he wandered to. Oh, he actually did go back up top. And watch those boomers. Still hurt, even if it isn't a burn or anything, but that probably would have killed me otherwise. See if you got any thrall out there, and then pick off the other couple of knights that are around. If you kill them, if you get them, you know, kind of off guard pretty quick, you can do a lot of damage to it pretty quickly. And for the sake of doing some damage again, pull out the sniper rifle, because it's what I've got. And then if I run over there, at least open that ammo box. Not a total waste. But again, try and get that crit spot if you can. Get some decent damage on them where possible. I love the sniper with triple tap and mulligan. Even if I miss, you get a lot of bonus ammo. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and go ham with my primary. Use all the ammo I can real quick. And then run over here. And as I'm going, I can throw a grenade on him. Pop that one right on his dome, which I thought would hit him, but I don't even know if I hit him. And just unload what you got. Should be able to handle most of the thrall that come out. Those are going to be early, so just pump some damage into him. Try and get those thrall to come out is really what we're going for. And again, save that super. That super is going to help you be able to basically kill that one Shrieker when it comes out. And here are the fun guys. Now, explosive rounds or fireflies are really what I'm trying to use here. I can get one of those to go off, but really they go down pretty quick either way. And plenty of ammo. And again, just watch the health. No reason to really die at this point. Man, that ground is shaking like crazy. I don't know about you guys, but that's like impossible to see. Got that one attached. Nice, get that double bonus. And again, when you hear that screech of the hive, which sounds like a ship coming in, that's actually the Shrieker coming in for the first time. So there is the Shrieker. If you want to give yourself a little bit of distance, you can. Pretty much what I would do is try and kill that Shrieker as quick as possible, and then pop that bubble and wait it out. Your other option, of course, is to basically run. You can come down here, kind of have those Shrieker shots chase you. Try and get some distance between you and it. You're going to have some boomers up above, so be careful about that. And again, those Shrieker shots are still going to be coming to you, so be careful about those and make sure those have completely dissipated. And then look for the boomers that are likely to be above. Try and make sure you're not in the line of sight of Fogoth. And then you can kind of work your way back over to the other side. But again, be careful, get moving, and if you jump in here, make sure you get enough clearance to get over those little traps so you don't get stuck and basically get blasted, which would suck. So at this point, you got one up above here. Make sure and take him out. You're going to have the usual spots. One here, one in the middle platform, and two on the far side. That's where the knights are really going to stand. And one back here in the back. Again, blowing away their shields, and we can get working again. So managed to survive without using my shield, which is kind of a little bonus there. It's kind of what I was going for. Keep that shield for the oh crap pucker moment. And again, peek out, try and get those sniper shots. Just use that sniper ammo, just get some damage while you can. Not as fast, of course, but it is a way to get some damage. And conserve that primary ammo, which is really what you're trying to do. Nice thing is I'm having that primary ammo box sitting next to me here. And again, just kind of doing this from the ground floor, showing you that you can do it from a different area than usual. Mostly what you're listening for is the audio cues that more enemies are coming out or that a ship's coming in. Pretty much just keep your eyes peeled for those distinct sounds that are coming. And again, just take your advantages. Use those grenades when you got them. If you got, you know, Galahorns, not a bad thing. It's a good way to get some damage on the boss. Be careful when you do that, of course, how much damage you actually get on the boss, and if you're ready to pull the enemies or not. So it's kind of timing. So if I get a couple of rockets on him, I would wait, see if anything is coming out. If you got a ship coming, looks like I've got the Sword Knight coming out right now. Now he has got Berserk, so he'll basically charge straight at you. So be careful about him, but also realize you're going to have a hive ship coming your way. Now the hive ship is also going to be shooting some shots at you, so make sure you stay as hidden as possible. If the ship shoots you, you're kind of in trouble, but these guys will be coming up. So look for those. Look for the Boomer Knights that are going to be coming up as well. And again, if you can get maybe a punch off here, get your shield up. That's going to help you survive a little bit. And then just be careful about Fogoth. Not too many ads come into play here. Unfortunately, you can't really go use the sword on the boss. It's not a very efficient way to go. It's a good way to die, I'll give you that. But it's not a very efficient way to do damage to him because you really can't get close. Looks like we got one more knight over here, so be careful. Looks like I had one straggler from the ship who wasn't down yet. And those word spawns just from the ship itself, nothing else. And again here, just keep working that damage on him. And it's just kind of a waiting game. So at this point, I'll try and burn some sniper ammo at this point so I can get something out of that ammo crate. Whew, watch that health though, he will burn you quick. Now that Shrieker is out on the other side. So if you want to take that one out, you can go ahead and do that. And basically watch and see if anything is going to come to you. If it is, I would just go ahead and pop your bubble, wait it out. Those things will dissipate at a certain point. And also when that Shrieker comes out, there might be one or two straggling enemies out there. Those have completely dissipated, which is good, so you can see if you can find any enemies out there. Looks like I've got one Acolyte that I saw in the back over there. Now if you want weapons, of course, you could get a little bit more damage. Apparently I got a couple stragglers with that one. I'm going to basically pick up ammo here. So we had a few more enemies that spawned with that Shrieker on that other side. So watch for those as they work across. There might be a knight or two out there as well. Keep throwing those grenades out and keep going. Hi. You are up close and personal. The only thing about chaff, you are kind of in a bit of a guessing game, so be careful and keep that head on a swivel. Just be ready. And again, just take a little slow if you need to. If you're worried about, enemies here, always try and make sure you're listening. Listen for those audio cues. That sword is still just sitting there. Now, it looks like I've got a lot more thrall coming my way this time. A huge bunch, but, curse thrall for the win for the explosion. Gold is apparently about 46,000, just in case you were wondering. That just popped. So, no Shrieker still, but my super is up, which is nice. Grenade should be up as well. Go ahead and toss that on him, and just keep those shots going. And again, just watch how much health you lose. Be careful about being too aggressive. You gotta shoot him in the arm, shoot him in the arm. Those explosive rounds are still gonna get a lot of damage on him. You keep picking up ammo, and should be in decent shape as well. And again, keep trying to strafe on these walls, get some angled shots. Looks like we've got what sounds like another Shrieker coming in right there in front and center. And another knight. So, first thing I would do is try and take the knights out. And be careful, those Shriekers do not tend to miss. So watch those. Got a knight back here in the corner. And of course, that's the special, like the kind of the cheese spot if you want to stand back there. Again, if you can take this Shrieker out, pretty much what I would do is just try and kill it quick as you can, as I've got my shield up anyway. Let that thing go, and then pop that shield as those guys are going to be close. Try and let them all explode. Use of light, get a little absorption there. See if you can find those other couple knights that are going to be in the back. And take those out as well. Just make sure you got pretty much everything cleared. And doing fine. So, got some rocket ammo, so I may as well use that one. See if I can find... Oh, hi, how you doing? Fogoth is just waiting for me. He's like, hey, what's up, guys? Just chilling, Nothing major. Just go ahead and use those rockets. Get some good damage on the boss. And be careful, you do go through. Looks like, see, as I said, we've got a hive ship coming your way. And we've got some more knights coming out. So we've got another sword knight here. Take him out quick. And again, watch for those enemies coming up the ramp. As they do come up the ramp, you're going to have quite a few. Looks like I've got another sword guy over here. Make sure and take him out quick. And then watch for the sword knights coming, or any of these guys coming in. And just be careful about that ship. Some of these enemies are going to be coming up. Obviously, you got acolytes out in the middle, some knights out in the open. And just watch your angle between you, the enemies, and also Fogoth. You don't want Fogoth to catch you off guard from the side. Got my shield up, which works. And you got some knights coming from the top, so be careful about that. And again, I've got a decent angle right now. Looks like we've got some hallowed acolytes. Just watch his angle, of course. Switch back and forth between these rocks so Fogoth doesn't get a crazy angle on you. And again, just watch out. Again, just keep watching those hallowed acolytes. Those are going to hurt quite a bit. And again, pop that shield if you need it. If he comes in, he's just going to be hurting anyway. Now, the shield might have some use in taking those guys out if they get close, but outside of that, not too much you're going to get out of it. Again, there's Fogoth. Chunk my grenade in, get some damage on him. Now, at this point, the ads are going to be a little more on the minimal side because I've got most of it down, so you can go a little more Gallahorn fun. Try and finish off this last one. Now, the bubble is down, about half on super. I'm going to sit back here for a minute, pop another heavy ammo just to make sure I've got some in case I need it. I don't even know what's tagging me. Oh, what is tagging me right now? Jerk. Where are you? Told you these guys hurt. And unfortunately with Chaff, I didn't even hardly know he was there. And again, if you keep switching sides, you should be alright. Now, this is going to be a little slower run than some people could have. You can do this a little quicker if you wanted. Just trying to go for more of a conservative run, show you guys how you can basically manage this fight. More of a guide, of course, not a speed run. Now, we do have a Shrieker on the other side, which you kind of want to watch out for, so if you hang on this side, you really don't really have to worry about it, per se. Just be careful about it, just know that it's over there. And as we get closer in damage, we may get a few more enemies that pop out, but as I've got Gallahorn rockets, I can see how much damage I can do here. And just be careful how much damage you do. At this point, it might be a good time to just go ham on him. If you got rockets, just keep pumping them out. Because all you're going to have is just more Shriekers and more ships that show up, so the faster you can kill him, better off you're going to be. So again, watch him or watch the Shriekers of the ship. There's the Shrieker. That's one of the ones I'm talking about. I do have my super up at this point, and he is really close to dying too. Should be able to finish him off right here. You got 3 of coins, make sure you pop that one, and he is done. 60,000 points, 5 minutes left. Not too shabby.
And there's one less.
And again, be careful when you die. That Shrieker does die on the other side, so just be careful. Those shots are going to be chasing you around, and it's not a good thing to die. So, Sunrise Bounty done, 67,000. May as well use this one. See if I get anything good. I got a Devil's Dawn and Mark of the New Front. Sweet. And that's a wrap, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I did this once on another character. All I've been getting is 3 of coins this week, so no big deal there. But if you guys enjoyed the video, drop that like below. If you guys want to see more of my content, keep subscribing, and I will keep it coming your way. Other than that, have a good one. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and I will get on to doing some Challenge of Elders here. So I will see you guys in the next video.